Police got wind of the situation at around 10 a.m. Saturday. That is when the attackers reportedly gained access into the building. The first to respond was a police outfit known as the Weerarkii Squad. But by the mere sound of the guns, it immediately emerged that these were sophisticated weapons that required sophisticated weaponry. And so the Kenya Defence Forces, drawn from different parts of the country, were called to the scene. At around 1 p.m, the special unit of the Kenya Defence Forces was in the mall. By this time, the terrorists had taken charge of all the floors of the Westgate Mall. Sources told Citizen Television that the terrorists were not entirely from the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab militia outfit, but a gang of more than 25 drawn from different nationalities and who were linked to terror outfit Al-Qaeda. The first phase of the operation required accuracy, and as such, the special unit of the KDF, headed by a commander reporting directly to the Chief of Defence Forces General Julius Karangi, began operations to pacify the floors and rescue the hostages. A military source told Citizen Television that the situation was complex because of the hostages, and as such, the team that was in Westgate was one specialized in house clearance, a method of eliminating the enemy while saving the maximum number of hostages. Then came phase 2 of the operation. The military special forces unit began carrying out surveillance and satellite imaging of the premises from above, even as they studied the schematics. It was then that it was established that most of the terrorists were holed up in a strong room on the 4th floor with hostages, even as the terrorists took turns patrolling the building, especially at night. The strong room door was blown open by what we were told was heavy artillery. The building had several vents, allowing the hostages to use them as escape routes, but the terrorists also used them to do rounds in the building. And then this happened. This was, according to sources, smoke coming from the generator room. The KDF was said to have blown up the generator to cut electricity to the building. Sources also say that tunnels and vents would have led to the basement floor, and this area used as an escape route. This was a sign that the final stage was nigh. It was time for a critical decision to be made. The president, who was receiving regular briefs on the situation from time to time, in his capacity as the commander-in-chief of the defense forces, was told of the option of collapsing the floors to save the hostages and annihilate the terrorists. The terrorists were pinned down on the 3rd floor, with the Kenya Defence Forces on the 4th and the roof and on the basement, sandwiching them. Sources close to State House say there was a brief consultation with the United States and Israel before the final decision was reached. The final push was executed.
Floors of the Westgate Mall collapsed, and there are several bodies still trapped in the rubble, including the terrorists.
Details continue to emerge as to how this attack happened. Shocking details that the terrorists have been in the country for over 1 year as they planned the execution of the Westgate Mall attack. According to credible sources close to Citizen Television, some of the terrorists had already gained access into the country late last year, while the rest came in between January and June this year. Upon arrival, all the suspects rented houses in Westlands near the mall, some as close as a walking distance. Just 6 months ago, they rented a shop in the building masquerading as mobile phone sellers, and it's from here that their plans to terrorize the capital city began. Among the items recovered by police from the suspects is the house plan of the mall, which is not readily available to tenants, raising questions. Did money exchange hands for the suspects to get the plan? The weaponry that was in the building was from a room they had converted into an armory, slowly getting the weapons inside. For now, the building remains under the care of the Kenya Defence Forces as experts comb through some of the CCTV footage to aid in the investigations. Willis Raburu, Citizen TV, Nairobi.